Let me sort the bots out before I forget.
Yeah, he actually did change perks. That piece of shit. Unbelievable.
I bet it's not covered by the rules. Like it's
Yeah.
it's like a loophole that was opened with the introduction of perks and just never been addressed.
Yep. Oh, I didn't show game. I can open the pictures. Hang on, because I took a picture. There you go.
First
Here's UV. Here's UV post DC, and here's UV pre DC. So as you can see in the bottom right hand corner, you can see he has taken the dash perk after he has seen that we are playing dive into his comp, and here he has taken the regen perk on the first or on the second round. So he has taken, when we are playing a ground tank, he has taken the regen perk. But then when we are playing on the dive tank map, he has taken the dash perk. Bizarre. Bizarre. Outrageous, actually. Like, we actually said it in the game, too. Like,
oh, seems the Americans or the North Americans are awake. Astro and Chime here. You guys winning tonight? What are you two up to? You just coming in here saying no leaks, keep them in the dark. Trying to get some bait going.
it's a misclick. It's just a misclick. That's right.
Yeah, the problem is,
it's a misclick that he instantly left and rejoined in the span of like 3 seconds, and then came back with better perks for the 2 different maps. Fair enough.
I mean, inherently, esports as a whole is a competitive sport, a game, where if you click on the wrong things or in the wrong place, you should be punished. It's a game of clicking better.
Yeah.
So if you click on the wrong thing.
They clicked worse, but it's fine, you know? I guarantee there's nothing in the rules about it.
Yeah, 100% this is like what this should be is the use case to update the rules.
It can happen.
You're trying to recruit Chime back for the mid-season Sombra meta? Nah, you can't bench Ryan, though.
They should make you replay the series right now.
Wake them up. Wake up.
Trevor, wake up right now. We need another match. Get Jake on penalty rates. I'll call Kellum right now.
Cool. You call Kellen. Get everyone up. Get the observers up. Get the casters up. Get GK up. It's happening again.
When we talk about the Nightmare Org Juju going on, why does every roster they pick up perform really well? Okay, like, I don't want to be like really negative to Flack here, but I do think that, like, you know, I see a lot of comments on Reddit that are like, Flack really has to be like given insane props for his like roster building. But like in these last 2 off seasons, this isn't like an insane strength of roster building ability. This is just picking up the one team that didn't get signed by the orgs that are paying money. Like,
The roster
there's
was
like,
already built. It's like
yeah, exactly. The
yeah.
the rosters in this situation are pre-built, and the orgs have just made, I suppose, the
A
incorrect
good
judgment around
decision.
like who they should.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Nightmare's made
his
a
decision.
good judgment. Yeah.
Yeah, because
But
like Nightmare wants to like offer the teams that are getting signed, and then they all sign to the orgs that pay more, and then Nightmare winds up serendipitously with the roster that seems to be doing well 2 for 2.
yeah,
I think Flack
it's
has the Midas touch is a much more reasonable narrative, like not Flack is the god of roster building, because I really don't think that he's like personally building these rosters, but he's got the Midas touch. Like every roster he signs that wasn't wanted by the orgs wins.
Yeah, because some people are saying, so is it like a mistake from Team Liquid and SSG? And I guess with the great power of hindsight, maybe. But in reality, let's say, for example, Cass had come out and he said, we have signed the new Team Liquid roster. We've had a pretty healthy budget, especially within the regional, the regional economy, I guess. We can sign whoever we want, and we have signed these players. And then he presents to you this Nightmare roster, like current Nightmare that we're looking at on screen right now. How much stick would Kasaurus get, right? No disrespect to these Nightmare players, but how much stick would Kasaurus get for those decisions?
And it's like that's just not how like team building works. You don't roll with a team and then cut your entire team for another roster in the next stage over and over again. The whole point of being a coach and having a roster is that you invest in the year. You invest in your system and trust in your own process. So like it would be outrageous to cut your entire roster stage to stage to stage and keep on changing. Like there are metas where any given team could be the top dog depending on patch, right? But like if you just wind up in a situation where like the roster that's in question works for the patch, you look like a genius. But like at the time that these rosters were decided, did anyone know that the impact that Freya would be having? Did anyone know the balance
That
changes that
Chronic
were
would be the
coming? That
best.
would Yeah. Did anyone know that Chronic would definitely be the best at the new hero that hadn't come out yet? Did anyone know that like Orisa was going to come really heavily into the meta? Like nobody knows what the balance changes are going to be patch to patch. Like between these patches, they've had a Winston armor nerf, they've had an Ana nade nerf, they've had Freya released, which is just Winston fucking 9,000. Like, is it a stroke of genius to not have a team that can play Winston particularly well? Like, if it was a Winston meta, Painkiller's team would get plowed. But it's not. So,
See stage one,
that's just the way that it is, right?
right?
And that's why Liquid's roster build is fundamentally good, even though, they didn't have these like results in China. Liquid's roster build is the same roster build that anyone would have made in their circumstances, because they picked all of the players that are known for having the highest level of flexibility. They've just wound up paying the price where Winston was really quite good in top 2, and Nightmare had Cuffer, who was able to play musical heroes, and even if he wasn't like absolute number 1 at Winston, like absolutely hard dominating, he was able to go through this same level of flexibility. Team Liquid never had the confidence to play Monkey everywhere. Cuffer was able to play an insane Ram, an insane Hazard, a passable Monkey. Like he was able to get over the line through flexibility, and I think that like people just overrate the impact that a patch has on the outcomes. Like, has Falcons immediately become bad right now? Or is it a shit patch for their players? Like, it's a patch where, they picked up someone that is supposed to be the best fucking tank in the world, and
They
it
got no
turns out
Hazard.
that his worst two tanks are really important. Like, it's just silly, really.
Yeah, a lot of people in chat saying
And
they
Falcons
knew.
Falcons are shit. Yeah, chat.
Cap says, and I'm not sure everyone would have made the same Team Liquid. Yeah, but even if there would have been like arguments for slightly different players, the majority of that team you would say yes to, right? Like at least like 3 out of 5, I think at bare minimum everyone would have agreed on. Like if
Aren't
you
3
like
from Rad, 2 from Timeless? Didn't they go into free agency together? Yeah, like those teams were pre-merged before orgs were a part of it, That
this roster was
roster
going to
that
play
Nightmare
anyway.
has.
Yeah.
Yeah, that roster that Nightmare has formed before Nightmare was involved.
But like
But
it's
again,
kind of just
this isn't meant as a slight to Flack, you know. Like this is just I see the narrative is very much like Flack is a genius of roster building, but like the reality is that you know like 2 for 2 stages, like he's picked up the pieces of the players that haven't been signed, and it's worked out really fucking well. So you know, I think we got to start pushing the Midas touch narrative.
yeah. Yeah, where was it? Amari says, "Isn't it kind of discredited as if Chronic's only good because of Freya?" Yeah, because it's like a careful thing here where what the narrative isn't, or that Flack is just bloody lucky and Nightmare are just fucking lucky with the meta, right? Like Nightmare played really good Overwatch. They deserved this win, and they actually deserved this win by the margin they won by. They've been playing very well, and the players deserve credit. But Chronic wasn't the best hit scan in North America prior to Freya, right?
I think
Otherwise,
Chronic was like I think Chronic was like a real contender for it last stage, but the difference is last stage Rad was a lot weaker. I think Chronic and PK were like the big two last stage, but the difference last stage is that like when they played, Winston was really free into that team. I love when people say that we win because of Ghoultech coaching. Is it Ghoultech on Geeky? Like, I just think that, like, you know, last stage, Rad was always a concern in the sense that they had like, you know, really strong players in particular roles.
on
But it
Hazard,
was
for
like
example.
our best matched up really well into their best minus Hazard, you know? And like with hero bans and with the viability of like, you know, Monkey in the map pool and whatever, it was just like, who fucking cares if they're good at Hazard, you know? Like we can just play our best shit and it works. But now, like, this is a patch where I mean, look at the stuff that's getting played right now. It's like you can play Orisa and Hazard everywhere. Like it's really fucking good for someone that was, you know, last stage kind of getting picked apart a bit by Monkey Corps.
Yeah, so I think it's less that like Nightmare should be given credit, but they're actually given credit. It's like the credit's being given for the wrong things, essentially.
Yeah, well, the map
There's
pool
like
has shifted from being like monkey favored to being monkey disadvantaged, I'd say. Like now, usually, like I'd say 3 of 5 maps can be picked in a manner where monkey's not going to be good if you're the lowest seed.
what's also happened like inadvertently is what is really hard into Freya is the Anna, unless it's like a super Anna friendly map. So all of a sudden, these maps that might have been really viable for some kind of Anna Winston back in stage one, with the introduction of Freya, doesn't feel anywhere near as good for the Anna as it used to. So all of a sudden, what happens when Anna can't be played? We see the same situation when Anna is banned against other teams, right? Winston becomes a lot harder. So then all of a sudden, the hazard just goes up in terms of value.
They also like intensely reduced Anna's power and Winston's power because they reduced armor on Winston and they reduced they increased rather the nade cooldown on Anna. So
Yeah.
like not only are there like matchup difficulties, and I think they did the classic Orisa rework where they add armor to Orisa again. Like I think they always do that where they just like you know plus or minus 25 or 50 armor on a character. But yeah, they did that to Orisa and Winston where Orisa got a buff, Winston got a nerf, and then the biggest Winston enabler in the game in the form of Ana got hit with a huge nerf. Like the nade cooldown is such a big deal. So yeah, and then the way they changed the map pool to be no longer map 5, pick anything, huge disadvantage because then you're forced to play Flashpoint and push.
Yeah, which are not great maps of a Winston, no matter what map you have available to you.
So PK, the fact that you did not net me bulk points in this series is fucking embarrassing, mate. Like Rocket carried. Rocket was 31-0, an absolute wet dream for my fantasy league team. And then I look at the scoreboard and you're like +9 or something. Shut the fuck up, dude. +9 and a 3-0. Get out, dude. Stop trading. Play your life a bit more. Oh, here's that moment.
You're
I love
playing
this
Hazard
moment.
and Orisa, mate. How are you traded? This one from Cap. I need more coach crash outs, to be honest. A lot of the shit I see casuals say about roster building deserves some flame. Yeah, I mean, one of the things that I always feel, I mean, maybe this is true of any fucking subreddit you read, but there's always like people just ascribe the wrong, they see the symptoms because the symptoms are right in front of them, and they always just ascribe some random, irrelevant fucking diagnosis to what has caused this. And
I mean, every Redditor is just apex of the Dunning-Kruger fucking graph, mate. Like every single time. Like
add a crash out section to uncoachable. isn't that just the whole shtick?
Yeah, I feel like there's plenty of crashing out, you know.
Crash out about our own teams, crash out about other teams. Just a car crash recorded for history.
Thank you, Lep.
Roster building to me looks like pulling names out of a hat. I can never guess which will be good or not, and it feels impossible to predict otherwise to me. Yeah, I mean, as someone who's done a pretty poor job in terms of roster building historically, yeah, I'd cop that. I think it's actually one of the hardest things to do in, well, probably any esport, I guess, but in Overwatch for sure. Like, what will actually work?
The real reason,
and the gambling
I think the real reason that
it's
like, it's so hard because like you can't see the level of Overwatch when you watch it. So like, how can you possibly expect to build a good roster if when you watch pro play you can't see the level at which people are playing? Like that's probably the biggest issue here.
The key
I shouted about Shockwave having a supportive father.
Yes.
Only one person will do that, I'm afraid.
If anything, there might be an argument to tone down the crash outs. How did we find Backbone? Yeah. Backbone was on the radar because he was an EU contenders player at the time. And then he played in the trials and he was really good. His comms were super good. He actually popped off he popped off on Echo super hard, which maybe seems like a bit odd now, but yeah, he popped off super hard. The game's actually started, by the way, as well, while we're looking into this. But yeah, Backbone's super impressive in the trial. Impressed me, impressed Chris. Poco, who we had already signed, essentially. Poco was like, this guy's fucking cracked, actually. He's really good. So, Poco, everyone gave Backbone the endorsement.
Oh my God.
Right. Ilios.
Farmer's in.
Rumors. Ruins. Farmer is in. Farmer is dead. And oh dear, poor old Farmer. We've talked about plumbers a lot this weekend. But how do farmers match up to Overwatch players?
Well, you know what? If history says anything, people that farm tend to lose OWCS Stage 2 matches. So it's not looking good for Farmer here. Yep, no, case in point right here. Farmer, he died first fight. The flip was conceded, but Zeta Division are ultimately going to get that flip right back from them. Arnabrig Mirror here, Dart crucially on the Torbjorn, and LVE pre-fighted by Spint. How has this taken place? Heiser's good for a kill onto Finn as well. The Butter Brothers in the backline on Arnabrig, no surprises here. And that's going to be an easy retake for Pokerface. I'm not sure if the Torby is just an effective counter to the Sombra. Not sure how the backline was so easily killed by Zeta Division there, but Pokerface, I mean, they got to be happy with this one.
Yeah, in control again, nearly up to their nano turn as well. And the Torb has, I guess, some benefits. Good into Tracer Sombra, good damage onto the Winston as well. Puts Farmer under a lot of pressure in these situations. Zeta don't quite have any of ultimates yet. The Pulse Bomb out from Flora is good for it though. Takes down Dart, but Nade, not enough to save Missing. And the backline's just been crushed here from a Pulse Bomb opening from the Skipper himself on the Tracer of all things. And that'll be an easy retake for Zeta. They get a hold, get to get all their big ults for the next fight.
Yeah, nice clean one where they only have to use the Explorer's Pulse Bomb to get it back. I mean, that's a bad sign for Pokerface. Retaking into an EMP is incredibly difficult. No self-nano perk for the Ana, so good luck staying alive. Even if you get your nano off, backline is just so incredibly squishy. And look at the aggressive positioning from Zeta Division right now. Ana Brig on the top right high ground. They are going for this forward fight with the EMP. Great move from Spint to move into the spawn, though. And no kill conversion on the EMP. Spint has been forced back, but Pelly is the one to die. Counter rally onto Farmer, and he does manage to escape with his life. But the nano onto Dart as well. This is not looking good for Zeta Division. They just spent nano and EMP, and they've got nothing for it. LVE has been pulsed as well, face checking that pulse bomb. Dart takes down the Skip. Pokerface got the flip in all of this as well. It's bad news for the Skip. It's bad news for the flip. I'm just here for a Zeta Division loss, to be honest. I don't want to rag on Farmer. I feel bad for the kid.
Heiser coming back. Heiser in control. It's a Molten Core to deal with in this next dive. It's a Primal to throw at the Zeta Division backline. Lots of tools looking good for Pokerface. Alpha, you could really do with that rally to help deal with this Primal. Heiser is going to go now, though, all over Finn. Lots of pressure. Defensive nade rally comes through. Shields up to protect him. But the Primal is still yet to come. Alpha Yi is so low pressure. But Bash just about saves his life. Heiser has slept as well. The Zeta Division backline live. They move forward, but there is more heat coming their way. Spint and Heiser take down Alpha Yi. Primal's still available if he really needs it as well. well. Karu has pushed forward. He's all the way on the enemy side. Can't quite get the Mega. It was hacked. Farmer's going to trade that one out as we hit a pause. I think that's now all backliners dead on the server. Missing has just respawned, so it's a 3v3 once we come out in this pause.
Yeah, they're probably pulling an ultraviolet here where somebody picked the wrong perk and they're just going to quickly leave the game when there's no consequence and rejoin for, a pure competitive advantage. But, with WDG Studios running the show, surely the WDG boys are going to be cottoned onto that one. They're going to say, press tab, show us what perks you're picking.
Show us your perks.
Show us your perks, mate. You already know Alfie picked the wrong fucking perk. He doesn't have the shield bash one. UV switching perks mid Oasis, Steam happy. Did you see me crashing out about that, PK? Were you there for that? Because I didn't realize that it happened. We were like joking about it in the series, and we said it to the admin, and they were like, "Yeah, we'll look into that." And they just didn't do anything. No, I went actually ballistic about it. Like I've realized live before that he'd done it. No, I mean when I was crashing out about it on stream just now, not during the match. But yeah, when we're on the ground tank map, he has the burst regen perk, and then when we go back to dive, he leaves the game, rejoins, and takes the fucking dash. Like, take the piss. And we even said it too. We even said it. And they're like, yeah, we'll look into that. And they just play it. Like, what?
Well, it's a 2v3 I'm being told. Dart died as well. I think you might be right, actually, Ben. Alright, unpause.
Primal though, so they can't just get a flip.
Yeah, Heiser's going to pop this Primal right now. They're trying to force the point. Heiser might be forced to stay on point here. Farmer's going to keep it contested as well. Heiser's just going to get beamed down as well. Farmer's getting juggled in and juggled out. Farmer! Well, post one from Flora is good. So much for not ragging on him. Stop Farmer hate! We need them! They provide our food, Max! Come on! Pelican comes back in. Zeta are trying to trade their way into this. They nearly have another Nano boost, but they need Finn to stay alive now. And Nano Sombra and Pelican fries Heiser with that one. But Nano gets them over the line. They get the flip. But there's a Brig on their backline. Here comes Karu. He's dealing with both of them. On the run right now. Whip shot and bash away. And they pressuring the point already, Pokerface.
That is tough for Pokerface. So close to kill conversions there, but they get nothing for it. Now they need to charge up their ultimates. The rally is on the brink, but Peli has that EMP. If they actually, maybe no charge. Maybe let's just win a fight. Deep push with the rally. They get the flip. EMP comes through, but this flip is everything right now. They see line. Your bums! Your bums! Oh my god, I love it when Zeta Division loses. It always makes me so happy. Pokerface, they flank with the rally in the EMP turn. They know the slow fight does not favor them because they can't charge up their nano in time. They get a kill with the flanking rally. They get the flip through some miracle of Christ above. Well, grab your Qurans, guys. Like, grab some sort of religious scripture right now because that had to be divine intervention. And then a C9 to cap it all off. Farmer can't win a map. Has he won a map yet? I don't think so.
We'll get our fact checkers on it right now, but I don't think because I don't think he played week 2. I presume he lost map 1. Great sleep after the EMP there. Really helped set up some of these trades. I got him back into that one. And yeah, winning the dive mirror here, Pokerface is probably one of the better comps, right? They get to play double flex DPS. They get to play Winston, one of Heiser's best heroes as well. Now it's going to be Tracer Echo as well. This is Dart's best hero. Obviously, Pelican, no slouch on the Echo himself here. So, pretty good heroes for most of the players. Interesting that Karu has actually gone to the Juno here instead. And Farmer has been deleted. The sleep! Oh, he's on the map still. Can anyone get the assassination? They're coming for Pelican. Spin is there. And they have just done it all. A crazy sleep from Missing.
Wonderful sleep from Missing there. Thank you very much, Shiki Char, for the resub. Gaga to you too. Thanks for the 4 months. Vibe and OW, thank you very much for the Prime. Appreciate that too. Welcome to the Parasocial Friends Club. If anyone wants to pay the fuck up right now, give me some money. No time like the present. We're running out of games for the day. Farmer takes down Dart pre-fight. Get out of here. This is a disaster. Already Zeta Division have bodies on the point, but Missing sleeps Farmer again. Fortunately for the side of Zeta Division, Peli was in there ready to flank, but Farmer has died. It's not over yet. The skipper is scrapping it out on the point right now. Heiser's holding it down, but he will have to back jump. There's now a ping pong taking place. Spint is on the point, back and forth. Heiser jumps on, gets flailed, doesn't have the primal rage just yet. He will go down for this one. Ambitious to say the least.
Good way to get back, good clutch to get back into that one from Zeta Division. Had to scrap it out, rotate their backline down to low ground. Dart's made his way onto the Torb, Karu onto the Brig now as well. So I feel like Torb's going to be a particularly difficult one on this map as well, because just compared to a lot of the heroes we see, the Ashe, the Freya sometimes, no ability to really deal with his mobility. And right now, Flora's got Spin on the back foot. Gonna look for this pulse move back. I think he's been 2 for 2 so far. Make it 3 for 3 as Flora takes down Dart there as well. Big opening pick, and Pokerface are gonna have to slow this right down.
Biggie skip, good for it on Dark. Big fat target out on the side. No overload to Survivor, but Farmer again! Oh, massive backline nade from Finn, though, and that will prevent Pokerface from closing this kill. Nano boost now onto Missin. So difficult to live without the nade. He's zapping everybody. Heiser, he's elsewhere. Flail onto Farmer prevents him from pressing any further, but what is happening for Pokerface's front line right now? Where is Heiser? Where is Spint? Looks like they are all back jumping to spawn, and this is looking much more comfortable for Zeta Division now that they have control.
Cass swap in all of this for Dart. Again, a flex DPS player by trade, so having to fill in on this one right now. Inferior, better matchup into the Tracer Sombra, but they've been struggling even to get out of spawn right now, Pokerface. They finally have their nano turn available. Dart has actually killed the skip early here, so an opening, bit of space for Pokerface to get their backline to a more meaningful position, but here comes Farmer one more time. The nade, the bash, so much pressure onto Dart. The sleep goes wide, so Farmer can keep priming right now. Has he managed to separate anyone, or is he just regrouping with team? But Nano Cass has just forced him to jump all the way out. But while all this is happening, Pelican's found a kill on point. Heiser's coming forward now. He has the primal if he wants to use it, but they're trying to reset here. They're trying to play for one more 5v5.
They need that 5v5, really can't do it, but oh god, massive nade from Finn, and that's just curtains for Pokerface. The rally countered out by Finn's nade. Heiser EMP'd, not able to pop the primal in time. No chance of a touch. Spint is quite literally playing for KD, and Sticky Skip gets a fadeaway there. 4 for 4. Looking good today, Smile. Thank you, Zans. Can you send me an updated picture of the chicken that you sent me a picture of you grilling earlier? I want to see how it actually looked on the plate, if you did take the time.
Chicken update.
Yeah, no, do need the chicken update.
Sticky Skippy? Yeah, Sticky Skippy.
Oh,
where are we going?
Should Farmer run around? Is that Farmer's first cough point?
There's no way he hasn't won a round yet. Come on.
Maybe his first steps, mate. Come on. Oh, Conk, what's up?
1 round away. Gonna be more of the same coming out from Zeta Division. The Anna Brig expecting this very much to become a Tracer for Flora after the TP out of spawn. It's gonna be a Tracer Pharah though for Pokerface. Pharah very good on this map. The problem is, of course, if Zeta Division can just get this Tracer Sombra and just terrorize this backline before that happens. I mean, really, Carry starting on Juno again after he keeps running into a Tracer Sombra feels like a really greedy pick. This backline's gonna be really vulnerable with a boot onto Finn. Oh, sorry, onto Missin. Wait, no, oh yeah, onto Finn. Missin died at the same time. Both Anna's going to fall immediately here, so no hope for either backline. Flora's going to get chased out onto this mini Pharah above him, and Spin can start to maybe take over a little bit here. Flora's trying to pressure him, but a defensive bubble from Heiser. Alpha U is sort of stranded underneath, and Farmer's been isolated on point. No Anna healing, remember, so these Winstons just really have to play quite slow, play live, and Spin is just all over him right now, setting these kills up for Dart. Need to make sure they don't flip here, Pokerface. Yep, Heiser's near to anchor point. First fight going to go the way of PF.
I love this pick from Spint. This guy has been a beast on Pharah. I know Pokerface, they're a bit of a plumber team. They struggle. But when you put Spint on the Pharah, it feels like this guy makes a lot of magic happen. You got these weird high sensitivity players. They're always abnormally good at Pharah. Heiser pre-fight pick onto the skip. That is great news for Pokerface as well. I thought that the backline was just going to be outrageously greedy. Missing insta-dead, but it didn't matter because Spint, good for it with Heiser in the front. And now the advantage is being pressed. Pokerface poking all the way through to spawn. Spint looks to have messed up his movement cooldowns ever so slightly, but no consequence for it. Missin has the self-nano perk at this point, and he's 79% of the way to his nano boost. So there is a chance here for Pokerface to hold on. Nano barrage is massive. Manual hack onto Dark does not convert a kill. Farmer's jumping top, but he might die for this.
Finn's got a pocket angle here, but he's going to be have to back jump here. Yeah, Farmer is antied out of the sky for missing. Pulse bomb trade for Skip, 5 for 5. He just can't miss him today. He's got the Anna trade, but now he has to play his life. Pharah and Tracer are chasing him all the way out, and Pelican's in big trouble here. Dart and Spin sweeping up these DPS behind, while Heiser just anchors the front. Doesn't let this front line move. Patience as well, and there's a pulse bomb in the mix too. Rockets in there as well, so it'll be a full reset here. And Pokerface, no one gets traded from that anti even late. As long as Dart can get to this mini, he can. 65% and counting, Pokerface. Look at this, Nano Barrage, Ray, Primal, they've got everything.
Just a reminder, Xavier, that Zeta Division made the choice, the conscious choice, to choose Farmer over Milgaru in the offseason. Is that not absolute fucking insanity? I'm not trying to rag on the kid, but
even over Heiser,
Milgaru versus Farmer? No, like it was those two in contention. They were the ones in the trials. They chose, they trialed them both and they chose Farmer. Grow up. Now Pokerface have an unreal ult bank. Backline survivability. Nano Barrage onto Farmer. His Primal gets deleted. 1500 HP is a flash in the pan. Alpha, he's trying to play his life, but Spint! He doesn't even get the rally off. Everyone from Zeta is trying to play life. Skipper's used recall. 3 more blinks remaining. Nano Bruce comes out onto the objective. Tiny little chances. Finn nades missing and takes him down. Heiser pulls out the hands though. The Skipper, he might go down before his recall's up if he's not careful. Heiser will clean up. Good onto Finn. Good onto Flora. Primaling Farmer back. And it's Alfie versus the world. Can't even get the touch because the body block is good. Pokerface take map 1 versus Zeta Division. Now look at this chicken.
Outrageously good segue from you. Tuning in for the chicken.
Doesn't that look insane?
A little bit behind. I'm waiting for it. Waiting for it.
Grilled over the coals.
Good. Chicken
looks
farts.
Absolutely perfect. Look at this. Grilled over hot coals. And then just...
Oh, that's such a satisfying image on the grill there.
And here's his carbohydrate as well. Like just, this guy eats a, sustainable diet. You wouldn't think that he's, he's built like, God, what's the name of that bodybuilder you're always linking me shit of?
Me? Dave Goggins?
No, the guy that's...
All right, I don't really think you bodybuilder shit. Dave Goggins is as close as I get.
Goggins is not a...
He's not a bodybuilder, yeah, but that's as close.
Papa Kulak? This feels like if I show pictures of this guy, I'm gonna get demonetized. Like,
what do you mean?
Just Google that for yourself, kids. Like,
oh, of a bodybuilder?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, is this for Kappa Kulak?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm googling it off stream.
Yeah. There's too many shirtless pics of him.
Yeah.
And with the way that he's built, I fear it might get flagged by YouTube's algorithm.
He's massive.
Yeah, he's an actual beast.
Like, I was expecting him to be big, because I know I'm about to look at a picture of a bodybuilder. But he's massive.
That's the screaming guy, right? Yeah. Farmer doesn't just dive, he harvests. Enemy backline, planted. Team fights, irrigated. When Farmer jumps in as Winston, he's not just farming ult charge, he's sowing chaos. And you already know Farmer knows how to plant his seeds. Hashtag crop diff. I like that. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Let's make sure that gets into the copy pasta channel in my Discord and comes back regularly. I like that. Are you happy with, like, how many viewers do you have right now, Xavier?
815.
Are you happy with, like 1,700 odd viewers sussing your dinner, Zans? Like,
my fiance used to do it as well when she would bring me dinner. Because I'd always show it on stream. She'd like tune into the stream to get the reaction, like the review.
Can you start calling Farmer Famine instead? Oh God. I can feed more ribeye pictures. Zans, you have permission to fire away, dude. Every single meal you send me is absolutely an orgasmic sight, mate. Would you believe I have a steak dry brining in the fridge right now, ready to fire up when the stream is over?
Oh, you love a weekend steak, mate.
Yeah, no better way to cap off a really good day at the office than a dry brine steak.
Do I think Torb is still viable in the meta or into Hazard in particular? I think the answer is yes in isolation, but Freya I think is a really good matchup into Torb. Like, I think it's no surprise that Freya was banned on that previous map and we saw Torb getting value. I think Torb is just a bit too wide, a bit too easy a hitbox, and that Freya, especially with the range advantage, can just farm the Torb, kill the turret easily, and do a lot of the same things in terms of that high damage onto tanks, like a Hazard or a Winston, that the Torb can do, while also having way more mobility.
I ain't sleep, not gonna lie, PK, you're just wired. You're high off a 3-0 win versus Liquid.
Piamatic or Farmer?
What's...
I don't know. Piamatic could probably be better for the vibes, I reckon. Real value bet off that one. Oh wait, have I not chosen the outcome yet? Fuck. Alright, hero for the 8% of poker face believers. Who are the big winners? Yeah, 40k, 37k. Some big value bets in there. Yeah, 13 times your return. That's not too bad, is it? $400 into 5.5k. That's profit. Are you the only one who's not a fraud coach out of the uncoachable members? Yeah, I've developed this quite good trick where I just stop coaching and then only criticize others coaching now. So therefore I go out on a high. If you discount the World Cup, we really have to discount the World Cup. Go out on a high and then just armchair coach everyone else. All right, if this influences anyone's predictions, Bernard is in for map 2. What happened at the World Cup? Bad stuff. Bad stuff. I feel like actually both of my World Cups have been a disaster. Yeah.
Yeah, UK World Cup performance wasn't all that, was it?
It wasn't in 2019 as well. Like 2019, we went out in groups. I think we went... Did we go 0-3 in the end? Did we lose to Sweden as well? Oh, fuck. At least at 2019, we had a great time. Honestly, actually, 2023, we had a great time. The only thing ruining the weekend was the Overwatch.
Hey, theory.
What's the common denominator to both World Cups? Chris. Astro. Smex. There's a lot of the same people, actually. Maybe that was the common denominator. World Cup 2023 was okay. Really didn't feel okay, but I appreciate everyone lying to me and telling me it was okay.
Oh, Zans has just sent me some unreal pictures. Oh my god.
The Grill Master?
Yeah, the Grill Master. Oh my god. Oh.
Wait, is it on stream? Let's have a gander.
Yeah, it's on stream. Now keep looking. It just keeps coming.
Oh my god, that's outrageously good. Oh my god.
You can tell this guy is
nice.
not married. Oh my god.
Fuck.
I sent you some beef ribs and a tomahawk. The ribs look absolutely insane.
The ribs are so
tomahawk
good.
looks fucking perfect. Like, how have you done this tomahawk? Like, it's just edge to edge perfect. What have you done here? How is a grill master like that not married? Because he looks like that bodybuilder. Fuck. Looks so good, man. So good.
Lost to Finland
College
to beat
dropout
Korea.
could quite literally never.
Yeah, but you know, you can have good losses and bad wins. You can also have bad losses. We were in the bad loss territory. You paid 187 euros for my girlfriend yesterday on Wagyu steaks. GG. You know what? I was going to roast you for not having a sub badge, but having 187 euros for steak. But maybe the steak answers why you don't have $5 for a sub.
Look, dude, if you're gonna spend 187 euros on steak, what's another $6 US? Like, put this shit in perspective, man. Subscribe to Xavier right fucking now. Check the reverse sear difference. Oh, you don't have to tell me twice, Sans.
How long have you been watching this stream versus how long was dinner? What's your bang for buck return on this investment, you know?
So this is, it's got a rub on it, and this looks post oven, and then sear at the end.
Fuck. Oh, your girlfriend is sub, so it's fine. All right, I'll cop that.
Sans, I'm not going to do gay for pay, but I'll do gay for you. Like, yeah, it's smoked, even better.
Yeah, I think as long as one person in the household is sub, that's okay.
Sans. Seriously, we could have a sexless marriage if you're into that. Like, this food.
Separate rooms? Good. Yeah. I mean.
Yeah, no. Fuck. Burn us back in. You think this will churn the tides?
Yeah, I don't know. Bernard now has to save this series for Zeta Division versus Pokerface, but he's got an Orisa mirror. Heiser, decent flexibility, but Bernard is Mr. Orisa. So this should be a much better matchup for Zeta Division. They get to play the Sombra, they get to play their version of a comp that they've had all the success on so far in Stage 2.
Oh, can we time check? 19, 18,
keep
17,
going.
16, 15,
We're there.
14. Nice.
All right, full mirror outside of that. No Freya ban, but Alien's chosen the Sojourn. Flora's sticking onto that one here. I think Alien a little bit trying to anticipate the Sombra, which can make the Freya's life a little bit harder, but they also just get obliterated in that fight as well. So it's a sort of screwed if you do, screwed if you don't type situation where you can play the Sojourn instead, you survive the Sombra a little bit more, but then you have a little bit less to contest for Freya more consistently, so a chance for Flora to take over. Difficult matchup. Zeta Division back on top with Burnorin.
Yeah, and look at this. Alien, he's rolled out instantly on the Sojourn. Anticipation of the Sombra from Pelican. Anticipation of the excess pressure. Usually you see teams playing the Cass here, but he's gone for the Sojourn variant, which is a bit odd. And Zeta Division, once again, they've just crashed out straight onto Pokerface, and there's no signs of life at all here in the neutral fight. They're just being rolled over. 2 in a row. First time it was the Skip getting a couple of bolts. This time it's Pelican hacking in from behind, getting a good pinch, and Bernard carrying it forward. Nissan and Karu are 35% to each of their ults.
Yeah, long way back, pushing into an ult disadvantage. The wrong end of a snowball right now, Pokerface. But they should still take this fight, I think. Even though they're likely to use it, they can maybe at least force out a couple of ults if Zeta Division get. Maybe they get the Terror Surge out at least and charge up their own. Here comes Heiser bundling through with that spin now, looking for it. Bernard is trying to mark the backline, keep him contained. Flora's going to drop the bowler onto Heiser, who will get deleted from that. And that's a good kill. Actually, Bernard's going to drop a Terror Surge anyway. I thought with the bowler kill, they might just be able to save it. They concede the flip to the Tracer, but they'll get it right back. Ends up being 2 for 0, so Pokerface at least have a more healthy ult bank from this next point.
Nice ult bank for Pokerface, but, you know, there's no consolation prize when you're getting smacked around that hard. Still Karu, 57% of the Ray. The Tracer Brig not doing enough to deal with Pelican Sombra. He is just high uptime, getting so much value. And look at this. I mean, already we're going to start to see lapped ults if we're not careful. Manual hack on a Heiser, and he's dead! He popped the spin. He does not pop the fort. He goes down with that rally push from LPE. Consolation is that Spint manages to trade Finn, but I don't think Karu can survive this. I don't think they can push back into this one. It's just Spint over on the side being chased out, killed in fact. That's going to be an easy first flip for Zeta.
Yeah, back in control now. Zeta Division, once we're on the Orisa mirror, they've got the EMP and the Ray for the next fight, and Pokerface still a little bit short of these support ults, a little bit short of the Terror Surge. Chance for Pelican just to pull the hammer early here. They scouted them out, actually. Pelican knows which way they're coming. Are they going to commit to this one? Pelican's going to cloak up again, but Pokerface, they faked it. They go in the other direction now. Pelican is trying to keep up with his rotations, but now he has found the team, and EMP on the rotation hits 3 of them. The overclock swing comes out. The Highs has taken so much. Rally from missing just in time to save them. Torpedo swing on top of them, and Alien's going to crush him, actually. Terror Surge pulls them in, sets up another kill. They have to pop everything to survive that, but they've got a positive trade out of it. Alpha Yi is stuck behind on low HP. Karu really wants this, but there's a Freya there as well, so he backs it up. They've taken control of a point during all of this, and Zeta Division will now just be regrouping and playing for the next fight. But Pokerface, storm weathered, even got a Ray in the back pocket.
Pokerface do have the Ray, and Zeta Division, they're actually quite light on ultimates. Unless the skip can do something magical with this boulder shot, could be a disaster. Karu with the Ray push. I mean, this is as good a situation as any to go for the Ray. Heiser, nice spear across the map. Karu has been hacked up, and that will force the orbital Ray, but Alien's going to go down, isn't he? Oh, he's so low. Strafes back out, dodges that wave of pedos as well. This is a Ray for a bowler right now, but not a very good trade if they can't convert a kill. Spin deflects the spear, perhaps, not too sure. But Alien and Missing are the ones to fall. Ultimately, the Ray was forced by all that pressure, and they weren't able to push with it well enough. So that's a really bad fight for Pokerface, all things considered. Karu's being staggered out as well.
Yeah, it was a Zeta Division retake, so when you retake, you have to earn your space normally, but there, you saw, we were on Flora's POV, he just keeps swinging right side. For Brig, for Genji, they don't come over to pressure him out, there's not too much pressure from the Sojin either. Flora gets all the space for his team, then all of a sudden Pokerface just have to use the Ray just to keep what position they have left. Ends up being kited out nicely, and now Zeta Division, and a Terra Surge bash to potentially finish this one with the rally. They have been brutal with this combo so far. There is the Terra Surge, maybe don't even need the bash because they're flooding in, but they've actually lost Flora on the way through. Alien's killed too. They've got the touch as well. They might just get it done. Bernard, they're also low. Bernard's trying to finish it. The Alien keeps rotating the rally. The bash is big, but they have tank advantage. Zeta Division. They have control of a point. The Ray comes through from Finn to finish it. Missing's in so much trouble. Finn's trying to finish the kill and pocket everyone. They're coming forward. How on earth is Missing alive? Bernard finally gets the kill. Bernard gets both kills. He's so bloody good at Orisa. And Bernard will save it. They can get back on point there. A great attempt at a clutch there from Pokerface. They nearly got away with it, but Bernard too good in the end.
Into their pearly whites. I have no idea how Missing was able to survive that, but ultimately Burner cleans him up on the health pack. Perhaps Pelly had that hacked out because it looked like he was going to be able to take the pack, but ultimately, Pokerface, they can't get it done. They're going to have a good ult swing for the next fight, but it's always brutal to retake into an EMP. No matter the situation, EMP is just a stun lock of an ultimate. So really got to be careful for Pelly's setup. If they can't block that setup, if they find themselves pushing aggressively in main, counter EMP is possible. If he goes behind, there's a chance, but really flanking behind, totally unnecessary in these matchups. And you can see Pelican, he's playing main. Karu's got the Ray Heiser. There's so many ults to combo. Already Ray out of the choke. Bowler from the skipper gets nothing really. Backline takes a bit of damage, but they're healed up immediately by the Ray. Counter Bowler catches nothing. Pelly's camping top. He misses the EMP on Alien, but catches Heiser.
Heiser's going to fall. Now they have tank advantage. They can start focusing down these threats. Pelican wants to close the distance on this Freya. Spin is going to try and blade his way out of trouble. He's got to try and take him out of the air. One slash is good. There's an Orisa below him, but he ignores that. He goes for Sombra, but Pelican has the TP. Got Caro and goes out. Spin is going to get Terra Surge in, and he just accepts his fate at the end of that. Cost Zeta Division quite a bit in the end. Big investment both ways round, and it's now going to be Rally versus Terra Surge next fight.
Oh, hang on.
Hang in.
Alright, Heiser has the Surge, and Zeta Division have absolutely nothing. Closing on their rally, but with nothing to combo, unless Alpha Yi can set up very far forward. I do feel as if there's a reasonable chance for Pokerface to get this done. Spint has made the move over to the Farah. You know, one trick, those habits will die hard. So he makes the swap over to the Farah. Not sure where he's playing right now. Heiser's trying to close the gap to get the Surge, but he only surges a Brig with Bash. And now he's in a world of pain. Takes so much damage. Counter rally is good. The push is good. And ultimately, Heiser, he forced the issue a little bit too much. Spint has been on fire for this entire fight, mind you. And when Heiser died, he had 11% of his ult. So that is really brutal. Spint was not able to find any value whatsoever. Heiser's made the move over to Ball, but I think the touch is... Oh no, Spint is good for the touch, but is there a retouch?
Ball back, actually. Heiser's going to get it on it one more time. There's a bowler just to try and make short work of him, so... Maybe not necessarily from Flora, but you get enough bowlers here, and it is also the last fight, to be fair to him. So, just over, actually, and Bernard is decisive on the Orisa Mirror, as always. Tied up 1-1 now for Zeta Division.
Look, the scoreline's been evened up, but ultimately, if you don't play Farmer for any more maps, the scoreline is deceptive. The scoreline
you know what
is very
it is?
deceptive.
It's a max situation where you have to keep baiting Farmer into the lineup to give yourself the best chance.
Not possible. Go Gibraltar and ban Diva or Hazard or something. Probably Diva. Solo can chicken from Zans as well. Suss the stream if you've got the time.
Oh,
like everything he cooks, he's just so good with meat, dude. And then a guy that's in voice. Is this Is this one of fuck? What was his name? Is this one of Jippy's meals? I feel like this is one of Jippy's meals. I feel like Jippy used to eat the tin sketty a lot. Now, just a little palate cleanser. I used to play World of Warcraft with all of these guys, and there was a guy in the guild that these are like. I think this is one of Jippy's meals for sure. Is it? Conk? If you're still here. Oh fuck, he might be gone. Is it Conk? Is this Jippy's food? This is stolen valor. You're sending me Jim. Yeah, this guy was like one of the actual fucking best DPS players in all of Oceanic World of Warcraft, and he would sit at his desk eating cold tin sketty on toast. Like, actual struggle.
Is that a milkshake in the back as well?
Yeah, I mean, he's probably like angling towards being a diabetic one way or another. There's probably 50 grams of sugar in the tin sketty somehow. But Milo in the background? Yeah, it could be Milo, actually, that's right. Yeah, that would be a Milo, actually. I feel like that checks. Oh, Zanza sent me another.
What's a Milo?
The malt drink. It's pretty pop. Oh my god, Zanz has just gone nuclear. Oh. I want to do things to your refrigerator, Zanz. Who are you cooking for? What do you need 2 tomahawks for? Who did you have around, bro? What were you doing with 2 on the grill? What are these like? Are these like burnt ends? Man.
Oh, okay.
I wish there was a way to give you the grill master rolls, Zanz, like you.
Oh, that is
just insanity. Bro's heart is cooked. He has the you've got to see his physique, Sienna. You've got to see his physique.
Mate, we're having a barbecue on Sunday after the wedding. It might be time to book a second ticket, Max. You do have a +1 if you want it, Max, mate.
Sienna, he's built a bit like this bloke. If that helps you understand, like, wait, no, the picture's hidden. I gotta hide my face for a sec. Actually, wait, no, I have to visit the site. I'll hide my webcam. You say his heart is cooked? He's built a bit like this. So, yeah. Average Englishman? He's not an Englishman. This guy's an Aussie.
That's also
in Canberra.
Not what the average Englishman looks like either.
Yeah. To be fair, if you lived in Canberra, what would you have to do other than play video games and grill meat? So, like, I understand where he's coming from.
I mean, I feel like getting really good at cooking or grilling meat is such a great life skill to have, because it's just going to be perennially useful. And it's like a really popular skill as well.
Living in Canberra is also a massive L. Take that back. How do they get Farmer back in the lineup? No way, I also live in Canberra? Well, you know, unfortunately, I doubt Zanz is going to grill meats for you, but... Thanks for following to write the message. I appreciate that.
I think I've seen him around. No, what do you mean?
I think I've seen him around if he looks like that picture.
What? There's no way.
To be fair... Okay, I don't want to read that one out, Sienna, but I kind of agree. I think I've seen him around if he looks like that picture. To be fair, how many people look like that in Canberra? They all work in government, so for all you know, you work in the same building. Like... That's just like the 30-year-old plus Australian man's version of a slow suicide. Like, it's really...
An enjoyable way to go, though.
Oh, for sure. Like, got to be worth it, no? Is he north or south side? I'm not gonna dox him. I'm not gonna geolocate him for you. Like...
Wait, Mr. Hemsey was saying, oh, look up porchetta, one of my favourite pork belly recipes. Wait, I think I've seen that guy around. Wait, are you responding to the other one, or have you also seen him? Wouldn't be surprised, not gonna lie,
No.
Canberra is the capital of small world. Surely
I mean,
we've got...
what's the population?
Is there only 5 people when 2 of them are in chat right now?
Canberra has 450,000 people. It's quite small. So, like... It's possible that I don't think he's going to dox himself in my Twitch chat. Like, I think he just wanted meat appreciation. Dart is in for Alien.
Double flex. Did we see the map already?
I just want to know where the farmer's snuck his way into the lineup, really. There's an escort map on the table. Like,
Jib's right there, right?
nah, Burner's still there.
Damn it.
Anyone in Woden want to meet up tomorrow? You don't want to meet up with the people in my Twitch chat. Like, you followed this minute, or you followed 2 minutes ago, so I can understand, like, why
Optimism.
you think that this is a place to extend the olive branch. But stick around for more than a few seconds and you'll realize that this is not the place where you want to be meeting people.
Best thing to come out of Melbourne is the Hume Highway.
Shut up.
It doesn't mean anything to me, but you seem to have riled up Max. Alright, Runa Sapi, Freya ban.
Oh, hang on.
Lucio ban in response from Zeta D. Canberra's only the capital because people couldn't decide between Melbourne and Sydney, so they compromised on a shitty town between them. That's true. Oh, he did say, hold on, maybe it's not here. I'll believe you though, chat.
This is bliss.
That is actually true? Okay. The Yarra River is the most ugly thing ever. I feel like I'm getting like just a list of places never to go in Australia.
They're writing in the wrong chat, you know? Like, it's good that you're reading it out. Because, yeah, the Yarra River is fucked, you know? Like, if you take a dunk in the Yarra River, you've got a reasonable chance of dying from dysentery or something. Like, it's not a good place. It's so dirty. But, you know, you still see, you know, lads rowing through it and whatnot, so it can't be that bad. Just don't go
into it. Yeah. You build up a tolerance. So it's like our rivers then. Yeah, the Thames is not a safe place for a dip.
Alright, big three. Thames, Yarra, Ganges. Where are you swimming?
Probably the Thames, because at least I know I'm near an NHS building, you know? So help.
I feel like I would also go for that appeal to local healthcare.
Yeah. Like, either way, I'm going to be in trouble. I might as well be kind of near some free medical care.
Thames just far up near the source. Yeah, no, because the thing is, the lighting is fucked on this map. The replay viewer bug has been in the game for 3 months, but ultimately the devs have unionized, so there's actually no chance of these bugs being fixed anymore, because with the absence of crunch time, no bugs are ever being fixed ever again. All they can do is push hotfixes to Stadium.
Excited to be casting OWCS next year, and that will be exclusively a Stadium competition. For now, though, Pokerface playing the standard mode. It's going to be Farah, Tracer, Winston, and a Brig. But Runa Sapi is a hard map in this type of comp. Should favour Zeta Division here. So a few question marks about map choice. And yeah, lots of damage, but no kills. They get a couple late now. Gonna finish off Finn as well. Wait, yeah, plenty of kills. I lied to you. There's actually a barrel load of kills that they've turned this first fight. And a Brig, as I was saying. Very easy and effective on Runa Sapi.
Yeah, I really did not expect this outcome. Anna Brig Winston, we tried this versus NTMR and we got our belt to ass immediately. But Pokerface apparently knows something that we don't. Just have a Farah one-trick on Farah. And you can win that neutral fight. You can get everyone so hopelessly low that you can win it. 2 really good nades from Missin as well. First fight he had a nade to really slow the healing from Zeta Division. And now again, he's naded on the corner. There's a nade available very soon, but Missin appears to be... Oh, that's Karu. Appears to be completely caught out. Missin hits the sleep in the backline, but I don't even know if there's a kill conversion here. The Pokerface frontline is all flipped in, and they found no kills for it. Burner's low. Burner's traded. Crucial trade to prevent being snowballed, but still not a great look on that close corner.
No, didn't have the ultimates to throw into that. I'm at 6, 5, 4, 3... 2. Stop it for a moment. Hold. Nano available for missing on his retake. Finn nearly has the Ray to match it. Burner's going to have for Terror Surge as well, so there's a bit of a scary typing. They can also just Nano Barrage, actually, and Nano Barrage into the Ray can be a lot more effective because that burst damage can just stop Finn from getting true value or even surviving that cast. Eyes on the Farah for Spin is just going to be playing right behind Heiser right now, above him, trying to spam their way in. Difficult to walk up in this choke. You can see Zeta Division are quite happy to play this slow, try and play through the side fight instead, put some pressure onto Karu. But full pocket is there, Spin's available to help, and Dart is good for the pulse bomb. Just before Rally's available, Bubble on the front, and now with that pick, they are walking forward, and Dart's going to finish off a low Finn as well. Finn dropped the Ray into that. Heiser has used the Primal, and now Zeta Division, the most they can hope for is trades, but Pelican can get one. Only one, though. Heiser's had to pop the Primal, so it ends up being a bit more expensive for Pokerface than they maybe would have liked. But really not a bad trade at all, and they can even get a pretty late kill onto Burner. He's going to Terror Surge?
What?
Forces a barrage as Spins. I don't know if a barrage was necessary, but it's a reasonable trade. What was Bernard thinking? Put Farmer back in!
Get Farmer back in, start the movement. Winston mirror on Runasapi. That's the win condition, Zeta. Unreal that Burner has used his ult there to try and play life, because Spin's response was good. Whether or not the barrage is necessary, I mean, this is a classic matchup. Pop the Surge, Nano Barrage. Now you can Nano Farah in the neutral, and Zeta Division's backline is still going to struggle. Karu has that rally to keep them alive through the blade. The big concern is the clock from the skip, because he can swing, and it's very hard to deal with him. But he's pulled the clock, and the counter nano is good. He had one viable target. It was Spint, and he's been counter nanoed. Rally came out from Alpha E and all of this. Karu pops the rally, but it's a rally, Jax. He goes down so quickly. Alpha E is being dived by Heiser. He's so low, but he stays alive. But it does look like Pokerface is somehow, some way trading this out. What is going on in Korea? He has consistent results.
Defensive nade and now chasing down Finn. He's running. Recall has to be popped. Pelican is grouping with Finn now, but there's more pressure on him. Finn's actually inside, so they've not grouped together at all. Finn has just fled, and Pelican is left to die on point. Pokerface have got checkpoint plus more. They're going to have a pulse bomb only for this next fight, while Pelican will have a blade. Should be a more consistent ult. But now, Pokerface, they can slow it right down. They can play this Anna in a super deep position. They can keep the side contested. They can make it really hard. Look at Missin. He's flanking. Missin is flanking all the way behind. Nade is a miss, but Sleep is good. The DPS are dead on the other side. Missin is going to walk away from his flank. Just walk away from your failures. Leave them behind. Everyone else is going to die for his sins. And surely some kind of karma should happen, and Mitten will die as well. There we go.
Oh, Missin is missing, and then he doesn't block the cart very well. I think he's on a different respawn wave. I think he is back spawned. So that is not great for little Missin. He needed to throw himself onto the objective, or, you know, do... Wait, no! Great play from Dart. He's blocked the close spawn. He's blocked the cart long enough to give Missin the close spawn, which means the Pokerface can take a real solid fight here on the corner. Nade is available. Nano Barrage closing. They just need to charge up that Nano. They're 80% right now. Heiser, he has it, but look at this Zeta Division. They're trying to play it quick. They spin on the corner. They ray on the corner. They can't find the kill. Heiser, he pops the promo to live. Cart's not even moving right now. And I think this is a rather unfavorable trade unless Heiser kills himself, which it appears he has. Heiser has something like 10 HP. If Missing can heal him, no, they still don't have Nano. Spin goes down. Nano Barrage dead. Karu dead as well. Pelican doing it all in the back. And things have gone completely pear-shaped for Pokerface. That was their chance.
Oh, they had the turning there. It was such a good... They deal with the race so well. Heiser, inexplicably, the greediest primal of all time, but somehow survives on 1 HP. But they don't get the nano onto the barrage, so they don't pop either of those ults. They have the nano barrage now. They can maybe contest before... But yeah, they should be able to contest before lead as well. Darts are already through on the left. Pelican's dash doesn't quite go where he wants him. Have to go soon, though, if they want. Heiser's going to jump onto the point now, but he's 1 HP. The nano doesn't come through again. Need for nano barrage, but Spink goes down. Still no nano, still no barrage. It's a Terror Surge. Oh, it's not even a Terror Surge. It's just a blade to finish it. Where are the bloody ults, Pokerface?
Pokerface are taking the piss at this point. They've had 2 fights in a row where they can't play for this nano boost. It was 80% in the first fight. It was purely available for the second. And Pokerface have just completely pissed away a huge advantage. Now Zeta Division have their own old swing. Nano Barrage to completely counter out Burner's Terror Surge, to be fair. But again, the skip is closing on the clock. Alfie's got the rally. It's not as cut and dry as simply countering one ultimate. There's too much going on right now. Pokerface, their window of opportunity has closed. Now it is going to be a dogfight here. Heiser jumps deep, Again, no Nano as of yet. Nano comes out now. Barrage from the skybox. Good for one. Is he good for two? He's not. And he doesn't get healed in the sky. Pulse bomb onto Burner, but he pops the surge. That is an unlimited timing on his Fortify. He catches Heiser with that. After all that time holding it, where was Heiser in that? Karu is 92% on the Ray if they want to try and swing back into this one, but it is 3v4 right now. And Pokerface, that's 3 ultimates for what feels like nothing.
Yeah, still very much on the back foot now. Finn is going to have Ray for next fight. Karu can mirror it as well. Karu's actually going to start the fight. Finn comes through the mirror. Heiser nearly has his primal ready to go. Looking for the Juno right now. Just hitting right clicks. Trying to set up some kills for Dart. They get him, actually. They've killed the entire backline. Now they need to save their own. They can't save Spin. Burner is doubling down for that kill, but he is all alone right now. Bubble onto him, and it should be an easy kill. Not moving the robot, though, so Burner is keeping this one contested. They can now move forward. Primal for next fight. And Zeta Division, to be fair, have actually used all of their ults, and there's maybe an opening here for Pokerface.
Zeta Division, they did spend a lot there, but honestly, I mean, Avril Theory states that if a team has 100 meters, I'm told that it's actually a 100-meter lead, which this is not, right? Because it's 100 to 77. So really, Avril Theory only comes into play when it's a comically large advantage.
Extreme margins of victory, yeah.
Just such a joke of a theory. Heiser jumps to the side. Pelican has no deflect and no dash. Nade splashes onto Burner as well. You can tell Heiser is getting ready to pull this primal. Pulls it out now onto Alpha E, but he's kind of fumbling this primal rage a little bit. Here on the back half he goes in, but he's so low on health at this point. Back jump to the Mega, keeps him alive. Spin finds a kill onto the skip. Burner's slid quite deep indeed. They might be able to isolate Burner. Pelican dashes on a Spin, need the save there. Burner loses his suit. This is now a good fight for Pokerface. Only invested the primal, and they have clutched it out. No, I was going to say no trades, and Spin gets traded. Nano Barrage could have been so good for next fight too.
Only just over a minute left on the clock as well, so it is sort of do or die time for Pokerface. They have the timing for it now as well, but the Nano Barrage is going to be significantly harder now into the Diva. Bernard needs to think about the Barrage. He needs his eyes trained on the sky as Spint comes back here. Dart is hiding for an early pulse bomb attempt. We'll go a long way now. Alfie nearly has the rally, and a rally blade will still be devastating for them as well. Missing should have the self-nano perk. Where is Spint? Eyes on this one right now. Dart's moving into the backline. Pressure onto the Juno. Finn gets up to the high ground. Pressure onto Pelican as well. Pelican is awfully low. He dies. Missing just killed 2 with the Nano. Bernard's going to die on point. Now no trades. Alfie either sleep in the back on Flora. Actually outrageous from missing. The guy can't hit a nade. He can't get his Nano off at key moments. But boy, can he hit these sleeps. And this is Pokerface pushing for the lead. Zeta Division, they need Pelican to go hard with the blade here. They need a big clutch.
Get missing sleep gun on the ballot. This guy is sleepy as fuck. Pokerface now. They have one last chance. They do not have the lead. Karu's 87% of the race. Spin is flanking with Barrage. He's looking for it. He gets the... He misses the pull and the skip takes him down. Disaster. The hero play goes completely wrong. Karu's 95% on the ray, but Pelican rips him to pieces. Heiser goes down 97%. The play was so good, but theory will only take you so far.
I feel like it's serendipity as well, right? I don't think Alfie knew. He just bashed...
No, he just bashed away.
He just bashed it. He was bashing for something else and just happened to be perfect timing to counterplay that. Okay. Oh my god. I mean, Pokerface are right there with him in so many of these maps, right? Had an opportunity to win there, had a lead for the first part of it. They were right in that one, playing Winston and a Brig on a map that in theory should be very hard for it.
Oh, really so sad that they weren't able to pull that off. Maybe they didn't need the hero play. Honestly, they had like quite the ult advantage. Maybe they thought that they had more, but really it was 3-1. If they could just slow play a little bit, they were closing on Ray and Primal. It's so hard to open. If you play front to back, it's so hard to open with the blade versus that comp, because you can't catch the Brig for as long as she holds bash. You can't catch the Pharah when she's skyboxing, but just a flank and a good pick from the skip. A miss on the E. So close. Everyone say hi to Kellex.
Hi, Kellex.
Kellex, aka Tier 1 Violet. Yes, yes. Kellex is very comparable to Violet in terms of his hero pool. That's a great comparison. Everyone say hi. Keep saying hi. Look, he's flustered. Yeah, actually, you can say MAGA to him as well if you want.
Flank was correct, just drop the spaghetti. I mean, yeah. I mean, in reality, if you said you get a free flank, can you kill someone with a barrage timing? You should feel pretty good about that.
Yeah. He said the mega. He said the line. Fuck. So close. Zeta are bums. Zeta are bums. This is way too close for his poker face.
I mean, Poker Face have sort of made a bit of a trend of this, right? Like, they always get a map against these big teams. I mean, not always, but more than you'd think, at least.
They did it versus, like, Falcons or something, no?
They've done it, let's see. Poker Face have done it versus Falcons. They didn't manage it against Old Ocean, but they did manage it against T1. They beat Vesta in a dogfight. They didn't manage it against Crazy Raccoon. But yeah, actually, yeah, Falcons, T1. Got their map against both. Got their map against Zeta.
Trambone, only subscribers are allowed to make baseless accusations about my viewers, so you might have to change that real quick. Be careful, mate. Be careful. You can't go claiming that Kellex gave you a play-by-play on how to reenact January 6th unless you're subscribed. If you paid, you can say that shit, but unpaid viewers? Ugh. Fuck myself. Out of curiosity, Keller, where were you on January 6th? The woke really means broke here. I'm super broke. I'm afraid you're just going to be a victim of the thought police until you can change your financial situation.
It's a classic money for freedom.
Yep. That is the way the world works. He was X. Is this an Elon Musk reference?
Kellex joined Spitfire on January the 5th. Interesting.
Bizarre. Oh my god. Zans has sent another steak picture.
Go on then. I wasn't hungry enough.
Oh. Like, I just know I'm gonna cook up my frozen silver beet and my shitty steak, and it's not even gonna shine a candle to what this guy can do. Like, I'm literally gonna be chowing down, enjoying my meal, and then I'm gonna think of what Zans can do with a piece of meat, and the inadequacy is gonna take hold.
This is where you bought that six-pack
Question marking silver beet. Oh, silver beet? Fuck yeah, okay, alright. I thought it was like critical question marking. What a picture, mate. Kellex, wait, no. Sus, this guy's the grill master, dude. You gotta see.
Get the slideshow going.
You see all these tabs up here? We'll give you the slideshow. Lock in, Kellex. So he sent me some grilled chicken. This is today's dinner. Flame grilled chicken. The carbohydrates to go with it. An absolutely fucking gorgeous looking steak. Edge to edge pink. No grey banding on this whatsoever. Ribs on the grill. Look fucking spectacular. A smoked steak, which he has then seared. Like, come on.
I feel like the ribs are special. The ribs are at the top of it for me.
We'll kind of gloss over the cold SPC sketty with a glass of Milo in the back, because this is a different person's meal submission. This is someone else that I used to play World of Warcraft with. And then we're back to Zanz's refrigerator, where we have vacuum sealed, massive, girthy tomahawks. Some, I want to say these are burnt ends. I'm not an expert, but I want to say these are going to be turned into burnt ends. We've got some nice crackling pork belly, and then we're back to that steak. Worst stream in history, mods ban that guy. Not a joke. Take him out.
I once ate egg with mustard and untoasted toast. The word you're looking for is bread.
Kill him, Kellex. Oh, Marky beat you to it, but
The hit squad had turned up for that one.
yeah. Target him. Target him too, now that he's banned. Sombra banned from Poker Face.
Does this leave Winston open? Have they banned it already?
You should do your own Mince Max game changer.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I actually have managed to inherit a KitchenAid with a mincer attachment. So
No way.
I'm
Doing your own mince?
my dad was a chef. So
Oh.
I've stumbled into a KitchenAid with the mincer attachment. So,
Stumbling into a mincer.
Yeah, exactly. All it takes is a bit of parental death, and you too can be the proud owner of a KitchenAid with a mincer. Like it's really that easy, and you could make some insane mince with that. Get experimenting with the ratios. You think 80-20 is not the truth? You think there's a different ratio? Did you inherit the cooking skills? No. He didn't teach me much in that regard, actually.
Got a first time. It's crazy. The Germans call white bread toast. Why would they do such a thing? Just two different things. Oh, I guess I should sit up. There's some kind of Overwatch happening. Winston ban is going to actually mean it's an Orisa start for Pokerface here. Imagine that might change once we get over to second point, for at least for now Orisa. We'll see if Zeta Division are more than happy just to take that Orisa mirror as well once they see the opportunity. Was a pretty one-sided New Junk City when we were in that mirror, so I'm sure Zeta Division will not mind at all.
No Symmetra in this region, asks Kellex. No Symmetra in any region, actually, Kella. It's quite literally only the teams with Saudi players on them that do the Symmetra stuff. And it doesn't even have to be the Saudi on-sim. But unless you have a Twisted Minds core player from 2024 on your roster, nobody knows how to unlock the Symmetra hero, sadly. So we are just going to see Burner on one of his signature heroes versus Heiser on one of his. And I feel like this is not a terrible matchup for either side. But you know what? Spint off rip catches a kill on the skip. Zeta Division, they're pressuring the point, but this shouldn't be enough. Not even caught a tick.
No, they'll clear out Pelican behind. Pelican at least is able to keep that position behind, though, set up a bit of a pincer onto this backline. Feels like Spinter's happy to trade with him now. So Pelican very much of a back foot, but still has recall, still has access to this mini, and Spint is actually still losing this despite having more pocket. Actually, yeah, see Alfie is with him as well. And they are caught in a right pickle here, Pokerface. They need to make a forward or backwards decision. Heiser's going to go forward a little bit, try and turn on. Habona has grouped up on point, and that's the first tick gone as well. And now Pokerface, they have to respond, but they've lost so much health during all of this. They didn't know whether to go forward or back. They're caught between both. They have just been pulled apart here by the double flank from Zeta.
Alex asked me, what did you eat today? I ate one slice of toast with some hummus on it. That's all I've eaten in the past 24 hours. But we'll get to the steak later. Zeta Division able to roll over that first point, though. Pelly getting a late kill onto Spin. So Spin and Heiser are both going to be back spawned. Pokerface playing very conservatively. Yuri, thank you for the 4 months. Welcome back. I'm so full, Unter. I'm so hungry, Yuri.
Getting up to the gates now to start that unlock. Dart is trying to put some early pressure onto Bernard, who has been speared back down. But Pelican is in the back during all of this. Gets one. Can't land the pulse bomb afterwards, but missing has bashed away from the pulse bomb, but into a hazard. So going to be a death on point for Pokerface, looking to try and find a late trade if they can. Spint is still battling around, but this is easy clean up for Zeta Division. And I guess either playing the horse themselves or playing into the horse. It's just easy for Zeta once they get this.
Yeah, Zeta Division, now they're starting to roll through things. And I think on the second point, Orisa gets a little bit more awkward as well. Burner has the choice. He's got this optionality. He can go low ground. He can go high ground. He can camp out these chokes. He can play top, play bottom. Really can do it all. Meanwhile, not too sure that Heiser on the horse can do much of that. If he commits to the ground, he's stuck there. Karu tries to swing out of the choke and gets obliterated by Pelly. But Spint, oh, ever faithful, manages to find a kill onto Finn. Kellex, thank you very much for the 3 months. Welcome back. Didn't consider you a friend until you gave me money. But, you know, we'll get a shot for the hype train. Give me your money.
Flora's going to be peeking in spawn early, looking to try and get an early bolt or something they can follow up on. For now, though, a Spint is getting an absolute beating. They're trying to fight forward, though, and Miss has actually got a 1-for-1 kill. Spint is still there. No recall as well. He is going to die. And I'm really not quite sure why Spint and Missing were so deep, literally in the enemy spawn there trying to fight.
Of course you're my friend, Painkiller. I can see the sub badge next to your name. Zeta Division, I mean, ultimately, they peeled back to kill the Tracer and the Kiri, but the Tracer and Kiri were flanking, so they mightn't have had a choice but to keep on pushing. Burner seems to be in a spot of bother. Pulse Bomb twice, Bowler and Pulse, but Karu's gone down again. Heiser might be able to clutch up on this one. Flora's gone incredibly deep as well, but he is being healed up. Both supports remain alive. Missing eats a Bowler, and Heiser goes down without using the Surge. They've just rolled right through them. Zeta Division plowing 4.5 minutes for third point.
For the toast debate in chat as well. Toast is only toast once the toasting process has happened. Up until that point, it's bread. Grow up, Germany. Zeta Division with a 4-minute time bank here. Downpour and double DPS, even a Ray to throw into this one. So it's an ult advantage to roll through as well. And Pokerface really on the brink right now of suffering a major full cap and time bank. Swing round, bit of pressure onto Heiser already to clear him out. He has this Terror Surge and they nearly have for Ray. Pokerface would ideally like the combo, but Heiser's hand might be forced. He's walking forward, torpedoes out. Needs to drop this Terror Surge. He drops it now. He's so low for Ray. For Ray's not enough. It's not there in time. They finish him off. Burner is also 1 HP as he jumps back into his own Ray. They're trying to stabilize right now, but a good trade from Spint. Always reliable for one. They might be able to trade their way out of this. Spint is forced back towards Missing, who does have this late Kitsune rush. Not quite out of it yet, Pokerface.
Missing and Spint are playing their lives on the side, but here comes the swing, and Missing will fall. Alpha Yi and the Skip crashing out together. Spint goes down as well. Heiser no longer has that ultimate. He used it last fight to die. Listen, he's got the rush. He can TP out of spawn, but Karu's about to die. Can they get in time? He missed the Suzu. Heiser goes down, as does Karu. There's a Kitsune rush on the cart. Dart good for one, but one's just not going to be enough in this situation. Burner's back. He toggles the wall onto the cart. It's a 3-minute, 8-second time bank for Zeta. Should have played Farmer this map.
Yeah. 3 minutes, 8 seconds. Plenty of time now for Zeta to work with. And Pokerface seem to be struggling big time. And this is maybe the way we expected the series to go more. And unfortunately, don't want to hate on Farmer, but the evidence is piling up.
That's a good thing they didn't get Milgaru, to be honest. That guy can't play Winston or Ball to save his life. You say Alfie looking so good on Kiri? Violet looked so good on Kiri.
I don't think the decision for the Violet Alpha Yi situation had much to do with the Kiri ability of either player.
Zans, what did these stakes cost, man? Like, oh my god. Is this your mince mix? Oh. We're going to do some post-map meet review for sure. And Unter, do you hate me? I'm at best neutral on you until you have a sub badge next to your name, Slaughter Machine. So I wouldn't say that I like you. Wouldn't say that I consider you a friend.
I was reading chat. I caught a slight
stand
buffer.
a chance here?
Pokerface stand a chance here? No. Not unless there's some kind of pause and Farmer comes in. Which feels unlikely. You can maybe pause to change perks, but I don't think you can pause to change tank player. So it's going to be a Hazard Mirror. It's Juno Brig on the side of Zeta Division versus for Juno Kiri here. So Missing has the opportunity. You saw him play a lot with Spin, these early aggressive positions, and they're going to get Finn immediately as a result of that one now. Dart's going to try and walk through main, playing for Freya here as well. Not a hero who's seen too much of it, but yeah, he's just dead. Heiser's kept going though. They've killed both backliners, and Pokerface have a lot of space to work with now. They can start forcing the points. Zeta Division have to play for a late recontest.
Oh, look at that. Mr. Rex2413, thanks for the prime. Welcome back to being my friend. Burner's in all alone right now. If everybody can just get triple angle on him and take him down, but that wall is so good to cut down the angles. You can see Heiser's trying to scrap it out with him. Finn comes into the room to try and take a little bit of pressure off Burner, but he's just going to go down for it. Moza LLC, thank you very much for the prime as well. Sometimes your friends are LLCs. That's just how it works. Appreciate that as well. Welcome to being my friend. I note that none of the people who are asking about the status of my friendship are giving me their money to confirm it. Bizarre. But a great first point for Pokerface.
If you're in any doubt at all, you can literally find the answer with a click of a button. Swipe up a card.
Companies are people too, says Moza LLC. You know what? Delaware is inclined to agree with you. Thank you very much, Moza LLC. Yes!
Finn dead again. Missing and Spint getting through all this work. Pelican's found a trade off screen onto Dart, so it's 4v4. Spint's going to have to commit this recall. Group back up with Missing now. He's under a lot of pressure. Bernara's chasing him all around. Pulse bomb out into Bernard now, but he has enough block, I think. No, he just like a huge chunk of damage. But they still killed Missing, so the pulse bomb ends up being a waste. Spint can still play on the flank, but now without a Kiriko pocket, Pelican is on the hunt.
Oh, nice trade.
Oh, yeah,
The
Dart.
supports for Zeta Division, they're having a very hard time living. Dart, you know, hitting Alpha Yi with some of the Chronic v Vega matchup there, just pre-fighting him across the map on a character with a shield. Spint's had his recall forced yet again. He's going to have to drop down. Missing appears to have TP out as well. But it's not all bad news for Pokerface Xavier. The cart keeps on rolling and the ult bank is only growing. 4 ultimates just around the corner, and Zeta Division so slow on their support ultimates. Alpha Yi might be pre-fighted again. Wall from Heiser finishes Spin's kill. Finn is being worked. Karu goes down. He's popped the Ray. Supports go down to Burner. Piss off. Kill Finn. Exclamation mark, kill Finn in the chat to kill Finn.
He's 1 HP. Spint is on the hunt. He's made it out to the mini. Spint doesn't have the cooldowns to chase him. Meanwhile, Dart is trying to run away on 1 HP. He can't get away, and they might have traded their way out of this one, Zeta. Spint is still behind. He's got the Mega to work with as well, but Pelican and Alpha Yi, they are hot on his heels, and Spint's going to have to keep running, playing around all the minis to give himself these extra blinks. Recall has now been forced, and Alpha Yi continues to chase. Spint's going to keep running. He's wasting a lot of time, so Pokerface are trying to take some of that room at the choke since there's so many people behind marking. Heiser's actually going to come and try and help. A wall off onto Alpha. He traps him again. Missing grouped up. He got the TP. And Heiser and Missing have joined Spint. And Zeta Division not only wasted their time, they've lost a player to it. They have to concede all the space now. And now Bernard is actually still walking forward. Downpour comes out. Bernard can't escape. Do they have the damage for it? He's going to be all out of block as he jumps away. The Ray on point, but Pelican and Flora, they found picks. And it's just a trade fest every single fight. And it means Pokerface can never get real progress out of their fight wins.
Really rough for Pokerface. They had such a fantastic advantage with those support ultimates with Karu and Missing going down in the big scrap. Now things have really equalized, and with Zeta Division having the space, I mean, look, Hazard Mirror or Orisa versus Hazard, I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. I feel like Burner just consistently good for it every single fight. We're really relying on Missing and Spint sneaking in from behind. Pulse Bomb comes out from Spint. He's on the run though. He did not stick it. Looks like Dart is in a lot of trouble. He's going to go down. Alpha, he pops the rally for the back line. He's low, but he's not dead either. Basher's Missing in the face. He is dead now. It's 4v4, but no ultimates to sustain Pokerface whatsoever. A flank from the skip. He catches Spint. He gets no kill. The Suzy Q. Now Flora, he still manages his cooldowns well enough to escape to the high ground. It's a 4v4 still, but Missing goes down. Finn is traded, but it's a 1-player advantage for Zeta.
Trade's good again. Finn dies late. Carry's still lurking around here, but the Freya's going to be a harder one to fight. Heiser's looking for any late trades as well, but very much on the back foot. Oh, Spint can find one actually as well. Just nobody can stay alive in this. It's been such a chaotic second point. Spint's still dancing around. Wall to block off his blink exit. He's going to try and go underneath, but Finn back in time to get that one. 1 minute 40 left for Pokerface to find their way through second. Nearly double support ult for them, and Zeta Division really not close at all. Alfie has just gone Kiriko, so he can maybe fight back a little bit more with all these flanks he's getting hit with.
It feels as if Alfie is not finding the value whatsoever on the Brigitte, so you might as well just match the side. Go for your own flanks. And there it is. Instantly, he takes down Spint. He knows this guy ain't all that on Tracer. He knows he's got the movement to take him down. So there we go. Zeta Division, an easy wipe this time around. You match the issue of the Kyria Tracer flanking, and straight away, Zeta Division, they find that value. The Brigitte perhaps a bit overrated for them. Pokerface, this is really their last chance here. Don't let the 1 minute time bank deceive you, because this is the time where they're about to have 4, nearly 5 ultimates. Pelly's hiding in their spawn, looking for a spawn camp opportunity on Karu. He is right behind him as well, and you can see Misson's gone the other way.
He's walking away now. Pelican's still on the hunt. Karu spots him now. They find him. Here comes Bernard over the top rope. Dart has been eliminated. But Juno was worried about her own life. Flora's been traded. Karu flies ahead of his race, so just gets traded as this one comes out, and it's a disaster. Maybe not a disaster, actually. They're finding trades for Downpour from Bernard to try and win that trade. He's trying to get in the tree. He's good kill from Heiser. Spin cleans up Pelican, and this time Pokerface out on top of the scrap. Nice kills from Heiser. I think that was at least 3 in all of that for him.
Crucial fight for Pokerface there. Zeta Division, they had a good aggressive push. They pre-fire to Dart, but now Pokerface have got 4 ultimates for the hold. Tracer coming top onto Dart, has the pulse bomb as well. He's got to be very careful with his updraft management here. If he gets pulse bombed, it is game done. And it looks like he's already mismanaged it a little bit. He's used everything. Pelican is right on top of him. Heis has gone down pre-fight with Downpour in the final fight, evidently of the series, as everybody is just dead.
Yeah,
out with a whimper, not a bang for Pokerface. Good grief.
Yeah, they had so many opportunities there, Pokerface, but always getting traded. The support ult value was outrageously low in that second point attack for Pokerface. So while they had plenty of chances, you mess up that many support ults, it's going to cost you sooner or later. They get held on Icon Wall. Zeta win their 3rd map in a row. They finish it off. Not the prettiest win for Zeta Division, but I feel like that has really been the theme for Stage 2 in Korea, where even the favourite teams often are having really scrappy wins against teams that they're supposedly much better than on paper.
All right, now look at this meat.
Meat check.
Oh. I just want to eat all of the charred meat that this guy has to give. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, dude. Oh, it looks so good. And now look at this. This is his mince mix. Fuck off. Oh, Zans. The people need your meat, Zans. It's simple.
I've just seen your message.
Huh?
About the pause.
Oh. Yeah, a little bit like, you know. I might have crashed out.
Yeah, I mean, it's all reasonable. I think this is the type of thing to crash out about to make sure it actually is taken seriously, you know?
Yeah, I mean, they'll just amend the rulebook and there'll be no consequence for the moment that it happened.
Yeah, you're right.
Does he own an industrial walk-in freezer or what? I mean, you tell us, Sans. We'll do another meat slideshow before we end. Grilled chicken. Chicken grilling. Carbohydrates to go with the chicken. Flame grilled steak. Perfect edge to edge. Mid-rare. Grilling ribs. Oh, just outrageous. Smoked steak. Post-smoking seared steak. Solo canned chicken. SPC Sketty tin with the Yakult. SPC Sketty tin on the toast. Pelican is muted. Meat refrigerator. Tomahawks post refrigeration on the wire rack. Drying. Burnt ends. Crackling pork belly. Gorgeous seared steak with a salad. Little Greek salad going on there on the side. Kofta. Mince mix. High fat content in that. And mince meat to close it out. Let's see if Crandop is live to give my viewers, you know?
Wait, I should write Cran rated me yesterday, so I should return the favour to Cran.
Yeah, he wrote in my chat. He's like, you know, he's being blatant with the fact that he wants these viewers. He sees OWCS is ending and he writes something in the final 5 minutes of the stream.
Good thinking, Cran.
Yeah, none of my mates are online right now, so he's good for that. He's given me a few good boosts, you know, throughout time, so.
Plum asked, I'm back. Can anyone summarize the last 3 hours in 5 words or less? I'm going to go with plot armor, kill farmer. Made it rhyme as well.
Plot armor, kill farmer. Thanks for watching, everybody. The next ad break isn't for a minute, so I'll send you off to Crandop right now. Thanks for viewing. If you watched on YouTube, well, for one, you make me sick for dodging the ads, and I suppose, too, thanks for watching. $0 in chat revenue today on YouTube, so, like, you know, truly, you people. See you, folks. Good luck with your dinner, Max. I'll need lots, thank you.
Are you on tonight as well, Max? Or I guess morning for you?
What time is it? Like 3 hours?
Yeah, it's in no, it's at 6, so that's 4 hours 23 minutes from now.
Are there any good matches?
There's TM versus TU, and then everything else is in like close game, but the like bottom table close games.
Yeah, I mean, Quick versus Frosttails. Quick's just
Frosttails.
gonna pump them, right?
I think yeah, that would
Ultimates
be
is
one.
gonna. Yeah, Ultimates versus TM. I think that like that's a match that I have emotional investment in. Deluxe versus Supernova. I think Supernova's gonna
Supernova
pump
pump 'em.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sakura versus Extinction.
I think
Sakura's
Sakura
probably
might
gonna
pump as
them,
well.
Yeah, I think Sakura will pump. I think Sakura is significantly better. So all of the matches are kind of boring. It would require me to wake up at 3 in the morning.
That's
If I have a really bad night, I'll see you then. Thanks for watching on Twitch, everybody. Goodbye.
All right, I'm gonna dip off as well. I'll be back in a few hours for EMEA and North America. We'll catch all of that action. Chris has promised us some kind of bounce back. Don't call it a slingshot. Call it a Moneyball theory. So I'll see you all. I'll see you all.
Why are you calling it Moneyball theory?
Mate, there's been some developments last night. Honestly, wait until you see Chris's sheet. Chris made
Moneyball is when you sign a 27-year-old retired Arna one trick. That's Moneyball.
Yeah, he's updating the definition a little bit, but he's good for it. And he's made for bold claim that they're going to win the stage.
When you can't see the level of your players, but you can see that you're going to be really good on Arna and Winston without seeing the level of said players, might be good for it. I'm actually quite interested to see the TU match. I've heard good things about TU.
Yeah, the biggest problem for TU is all the good things I've heard recently about TU are superseded by all the better things I've heard about TM, which is...
Yeah, TM looks really good right now, no?
Yeah. Word on the street is best in EMEA right now, which is I guess like a pretty big claim after we saw Alcacia do so well, especially against VP too. But
can you play a Winston player against the best in EMEA? Let's find out.
Tune in for more later. All right, let me end recording.